Are we recording?
Weekends are not for showers.
Spitting on the ones and twos.
Wait, are we gonna get copyright infringement for that?
Welcome to Hey Sister, Soul Sister.
We're really relying on our editors to do a good job.
We're live or we're recording. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh my God, welcome to season 4 of Hey Sister, Soul Sister. We are season 4.
We are back.
Some of you guys may feel like this is really weird. Like, it's only April. Like, why is it season 4? Like, didn't you guys just start season 3 in October? Yes. But before we get into that, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Erica.
And I'm Leia. We are so back. I am so excited. I have missed us so much. I mean, Erica and I talked, obviously, while we were on this break. We talked a lot. Probably more than ever. Yeah. But during our break, I missed recording. I missed, connecting with our listeners. Yeah. So I'm so excited to be back.
I'm excited, too, because I did miss this. And I was so excited. I got up and curled my hair, put makeup on, earrings. Rings.
Got her nails done.
My nails were done yesterday, but they don't match what I'm wearing because they're blue, but it's okay. It was too late to change it. But I'm just so excited to be back. We took like a month off unexpectedly, not planned, but it was much, much needed. And without getting too into details of what was going on, I, Erica Hernandez, after 15 years in a relationship, I am now single. I'm single and not ready to mingle. I'm not ready to mingle yet. I'm just ready to podcast right now at the moment. Yes. That's all I'm ready for.
She is ready to laugh.
I am ready to laugh. Yeah, I'm ready to laugh. There was just a lot of stuff going on, and it was, we just decided that it was best for the moment that we just do life apart, so that's where I'm at. It's kind of weird, big adjustment when you're with someone for 15 years. And it was like around our birthdays, it's just like, it's been hard. But I'm working through it. I'm seeing the light. I have my moments of like weakness and sadness. And then I have my moments of like, oh, okay, like this opens up some opportunities for me, things that I've wanted to do that I felt like I was being held back because I was in a relationship that I could go after. But it's a lot of intense, like feeling my emotions when I have to, not attaching a story to the emotions, not trying to control or fix it, which is like very hard because that's my nature. I automatically want to control things. I want to fix things. And I'm very impatient, and I have to be patient with this process. It's like I am, when you break up with somebody, especially somebody that you've been together for so long, is you're mourning, you're grieving a lot of things. You're grieving your identity with that person. You're grieving the future you painted with that person, and you're kind of like, you're just in this death cycle. Like there's this cycle of death, like who you were as a person and who you thought, that other person was going to be for you and what your relationship and life was going to be like. So you're mourning. It's basically like a death. And at the same time, like you have this a lot of like unsettledness. Like you don't, like for me, I just did it. Like I had no foundation. It was just like this blank slate, very scary, which could cause a lot of anxiety. But in that process, understanding and learning to like regrow myself, relearn who I am, and understand me as just me without a partner. It's just me by myself, and like who I am as a person and my identity, and really step into my power 100%, and go all in and not sacrifice who I am as a person and my values and my, what's the other word? Just values and like the way I want to live life, So it's like, it's been interesting, very ungrounding, very just, I feel lost half the time. But I think like this morning I listened because I'm deep in the personal development. And sorry, my dog's crying. He's right here. I'm deep in the personal development, and it's like one of the things that my mentor said in this training was like, you know, like when I say like saying yes to things that are a risk taking, saying yes to things that like push you outside of your comfort zone, you know, and like choosing your power, choosing uncertainty, that's where you get to like really, really just kind of change the trajectory of your life and alter your experience of life to something that you really, really want. And for a long time, because of like how much I hated my job, I just felt like you know, like I wasn't happy with my career, and all of a sudden that like I was happy with my personal life, but as I focused on, you know, changing my career, my personal life started changing as well, and it had to fall apart. You know, things had to fall apart for me to create new space and grow. So um, it's you know, I'm in the middle of creating a new life for myself. So you know, it's just it's been a wild ride, and Leia and I have been talking hours on end daily because like I'm an extrovert, so being by myself is very hard. I like having people around me, and this is like the first time in my life that I live on my own. I always had a roommate, and now I'm like on my own, like by myself. I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do people do? And like to top it off, I took a leave off of work. I took originally 2 weeks, and I got 3 more, so it's going to be 5 weeks. Just because I just couldn't function. I was just surviving. I was like barely eating, and the only thing I could do was like I have to feed my dogs, and that's about it. Like that was like the number one priority. Like keep my dogs alive. For me, it's like I don't know. I'll figure it out. But you know, I couldn't deal with the work life, so I took a leave, and it was extended. So I'm so happy for that because I'm actually. I don't even know if I'm allowed to, but I'm going to spend some time with some friends for over a week, which is very exciting just to get away from what I've been living and then in this like uncertainty world and just like experience life with the people that with people that love me and people that just want the best for me. And so I'm really, really excited for this coming week. So the next I think I'm going to be gone for like a week and a half, you know, just taking care of me and like relaxing and like that's what I need. I need to be around like my really, really good friends. And I have friends here. It's just they have kids, family, they're working, you know, it's not the same thing. So, you know, getting away from just being alone with my dogs is a good thing for me. So that's why we have season 4 because it's just like a new beginning. Like we couldn't do season 3. It was just like this is a new beginning. So I think that's what I'll call it, new beginnings.
Yes. Yes, and it feels like, oh gosh, I mean, the journey is ongoing. So this is like your healing process. And I'm so proud of you for asking for the time and getting the help that you need because it's huge. You gotta take up space. And when you have a life change like this, take up the space, you know, like because really all you can do is like keep your dogs alive and keep yourself like alive. Like really, like I know like, you know, initially you didn't have an appetite and then now it's coming back and just taking care of yourself and feeling your way through it because it's so easy to just like numb yourself and distract yourself and feeling the emotion is so much more challenging sometimes, but it's going to get you through to the other side much more quickly.
Oh yeah. And I think I was doing distractions for a little bit. And like I was trying to feel my feelings, but like I was trying to keep busy.
It's hard.
Yeah. Like I mean, when this happened, you know, I already had like a plan to go to like Joshua Tree. And that was like I was so grateful because I was able to be in nature, but at the same time there was times where I avoided the feelings and there was times that I didn't. And then the first 2 weeks of my like leave, I was so like, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that, and I was like putting pressure on myself to like edit all my like YouTube videos, record YouTube videos, and I was like putting pressure, and I couldn't. Every time I like turned on my computer to edit, like I could only edit for like 5 minutes, and I was like done. Yeah. And in talking to our mentor, she told me like, hey, like just tell yourself you're gonna spend this much time doing nothing. And she mentioned that when she had a breakup not so long, like she was with somebody for like 2 or 3 years, and they broke up. She spent like a whole week just watching movies. That's all she did. And I was like, like I need to do that. Like I have been doing that, but I haven't been intentional about it. Like I've been feeling guilty that I do that. So how about like I just do nothing and be okay with that, and that's what I want to do. So I did that yesterday, Saturday. I woke up and I was like, I'm not doing anything. Like the only thing I'm doing is like gonna cook for myself and feed my dogs. Like I just don't need to do anything, and that's what I did. Exactly. And it actually was like, even though I was crying, like it felt good. It didn't feel as scary, like I just felt like I just kind of like I would feel things and be like, why am I feeling this way? It's all because I'm sad. And then I would just like cry, and then like I would start doing stories in my head and like just be like, oh, no story. It's just a feeling that's happening. Just let it pass through. And so it just helps with it. And I was prescribed some antidepressants, but I feel like I'm not technically depressed. So I decided that I'm not going to take them. Just because it was like, I don't know. I don't think it was fully evaluated. It was just like kind of prescribed to me like, oh, take it. It's light. So unless I'm like, and I'm not suicidal. Like unless I'm suicidal or like really, really like more extensive like work, and it's like you actually need these because of your depression, then I'll take them. But I think like my sadness is circumstantial, and it's not that I'm actually there. It's not like a chemical imbalance. I'm just, it's more circumstantial. So, I'm going to do that. And if I feel like I do need it later on, then I'll start taking them. But I, decided like, no, I don't want to go that route right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow. So what are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to is, in the near future, just going to see my friends, I'm calling it Desert Trip 2020. I'm going to the desert. I'm going to the desert. What I went to Joshua Tree. It's a desert. Like, I don't even like deserts, and I'm going to the desert. But why? Oh, I have to look at like this, the spiritual meaning of like a desert. Like maybe because there's nothing there, but still there's life. Like maybe I don't know, like there's still life can survive there, like cactuses and like certain things can still survive where you think there's like not an abundance of things. Okay, so maybe that's like my interpretation, guys. Don't hold this as Bible. This is my interpretation, but I'm looking forward to that. But I'm also looking forward to see like how this podcast grows. Like we've had people reach out to us for collaborations, and because of like the energy I was in before this breakup, it was kind of like hard for me to get into that. So I'm excited to see how this grows. I'm excited to grow my YouTube channel, which is about TV content, but I'm also excited because like I was like I still want to do voiceover stuff. So like getting into that, maybe not like right now, but getting into that later. Redoing this room, like you could tell like my ex's stuff is still here. And so as this kind of is emptied out, I'm able to actually like paint this room and like organize it in the way that feels like right to me. And I already have ideas. I was like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do, and like really set up the studio to be something that I love. And like I'm looking forward to, because I want to invest in things, like investment and make my money grow. So seeing that is exciting, and things that I want to do. Like I do want to like own a little bit more property and like rent and have that as an investment, have renters. And so, looking at other outlets to, different outlets to bring income in, so that's not just based on like this one job, this one desk job, or just the podcast or just the YouTube channel, that I have multiple streams of income, so that I'm working less but have money, and then getting into the creativity side, like obviously like the YouTube and the podcast is the creativity, but like learning about creating a television pilot, writing, directing, and seeing where, exploring those things and seeing where I feel like it could like what is the right one for me, because they're in my head, it's something I want to explore. Just because I want to explore it doesn't mean that I have to do all of it, like what is the right one for me, where do I have the most joy in, and maybe like I do it and I'm like, what, like I like creating the internet content, like I'm more flexible, it could be like I saw something where this girl called herself like a YouTube comedian, and I listened to I forgot, his name is Eric something. He's on TikTok and on Instagram. But I was listening to his story, and he was like, when he was younger, like he found an agent, and his agent wanted him to like, okay, come to LA and just do all these auditions, and he wanted to do life, So now he's in his early 30s, and he's like, I love this. Like he does like he gets paid by like doing like skits, like promotional skits on like Instagram and all that, and stand-up comedy. And he's like, oh, I get paid pretty well to just like work an hour a day, and then I could hang out with my fiance. And like he's like I actually like this better, like he's like, I wanted to be an actor, but like I realized like this is working for me, so it's like I'm open to whatever it is, as long as I, at the end of the day, like the feeling that I want is just to have this career that I'm just excited and passionate about, and be with someone that like is fully supportive in that, and like like I'm like in the energy of like I get to have it all. It's not like we're so fed that like if you have to choose between the career and a love life. And I think deep down inside I had that rooted belief in me, and so I think it led to the things that it led to because I had that conditioning in me. And so for me right now, what I'm focusing on is just stepping in that I get to have it all. And you get to have it all, but not necessarily all at the same time, you get to have it all, and you working on one thing. So like right now it's like, this is my focus right now, the career. And once I'm focused and I have not that I have everything that I want, but I feel like I'm at a place where I can balance it and like fully just be like, I'm the shit. Then the personal life and the love and family and friend life can come in, because like I think I've like said like I don't really want kids, but I think like that's not necessarily true. It's just I didn't want kids at the moment, but like I want, if I have kids, I don't want to bring them into a world where I feel like I'm lacking and not worthy and scarcity. Like when I decide to be a mother, it's like I want them to join the life of abundance instead of being like saving me from scarcity. And I think that's where I was before. It was like like in the past it's like I wanted to have kids to save me from the scarcity, and then I didn't want to have kids because they were gonna like what is it, like ruin me or something like that, like I wasn't gonna be able to get what I have. But now I'm in the mindset of like I could have the career, I could have the kids, I could have the family. It's just like the families to add to what I already have, like more abundance, and I'm still of the mindset like if I don't have kids, I don't have kids, it's like it's not gonna make or break me, but it's not like I'm dead hard, like no, I just want to have them in a place where my mindset is more abundant than scarcity. So I think that that's kind of like
I love it.
Like one of the things I realized, these past few weeks, it's like I still want that, I just didn't want it at the moment because it had so much meaning behind it, or so much like almost like a ball and chain, like it was going to keep me stuck. That was like my mindset before. So so those are all the things that I'm looking forward to.
So many things. Let me circle back to the desert, because I did look that up. So visually and symbolically, the desert is free of confusion. There is no doubt. Because they are wide open vistas without covering vegetation, they represent brutal honesty, impersonal struggle, and the harsh realities of survival. Mankind is poorly tolerated in these areas, and occasional visitor who stands out clearly. There are no distractions, giving the desert an association with clarity, revelation, and purity. Because it is such a difficult, threatening terrain type, it represents barriers, obstacles, and challenges. There are strong overtones of spirituality and religion bound up symbolically with desert landscapes. These areas are brutal, but they call upon the deepest reserves of a traveler's will. The puppies. In these struggles, there is no barrier to the heavens, no distractions or comforts to distract the soul from its communion. Accordingly, the desert can be a source of wisdom and enlightenment, of trial, but also of reward. It is so far outside of normal experience that only the spiritual and divine can touch and influence it. We assume a fundamental antagonism between the physical and the spiritual, feeling the gluttony and excess obscure the divine, the desert. The ultimate source of physical scourging thus becomes the holiest territory available. It is no accident that prophets, visionaries, writers, and hermits throughout history have been strongly associated with these barren lands. And this is from, I think it's called Flourish Editing. Okay. The Flourish blog. Oh, okay. So, yeah. I mean, there's a lot.
It's perfect
Sounds
timing.
like a lot of like self-connection and clarity, which is like exactly what you're.
I know.
Where you're at.
I know. FYI, I have like dog hair everywhere. And my
dog, same.
Yeah, and my dog is gonna make an appearance. Look at it.
Hi,
puppy. He's been crying. Usually I have the door closed, but I decided like not to.
Yeah.
But this one's crying.
Hey, baby.
He likes to be. Oh,
is that Archie?
This is Archie.
Archie likes to be on camera. Hey, baby. You look so happy
Buster,
now.
let me like pick up the thing. Buster's like in the background over here crying. I don't know if you could see him. I can't.
Oh, he just ran away.
Moved. He moved. It's because I have like the ring light and it like blinds me, so I can't see like what it looks like in the camera. I was like, oopsie. Yeah. But he's back there. Yeah, they're back there. They've been my moral support through this. It's great.
I know. Dogs just know.
They just know. It was kind of hard for them at first too, you know, like the first few nights they were like struggling. I think they're a little bit better now. They're getting used to it. Yeah. Everyone's
healing in that house.
Yeah.
Speaking of dogs, I hear mine trying to come up the stairs. Yeah. I'm like, I hear you scratching.
I mean, we're not that deep into the podcast. 22 minutes. Let's change the subject.
Can we pause? This might be a good place to pause because I suddenly really have to pee.
Yeah, we could pause.
Okay, let's pause. I'll be back.
Okay, now we're back. Now we're back. I started talking. We weren't really back. Well, you took a little pee break. I took a salami break. I'm getting hungry, so
I'm getting hungry too. I'm like,
what is there to eat? I was like, I might call my mom and be like, "What did you make to eat?" Because I don't want to eat what I have here. Or I might text somebody and be like, "You want to go get breakfast or brunch?" Like I'm hungry.
Yes, brunch sounds so good.
I'll text some of my friends. Be like, "Is anyone down for brunch?" Like I'm fucking hungry.
That sounds so good.
Yeah, so
well, I'm extra hungry because so I've been traveling back to Virginia / like, you know, the DC area, so Northern Virginia, and now I'm responsible. So many things have happened since the last time we've recorded. I'm also responsible for the Southern Virginia area now, so now I get to travel to both like regions, and it's not far. They're like, I mean, it is far. They're like 4 hours by driving. So
well, I mean, you lived in California for a long time, so you know that like that is not far because California is so big.
Yes. Yes, right, because I could drive 4 hours and still be
in Southern California,
like in Southern California.
Yeah.
So you know. So I was like, okay, I just wrapped up a trip in Northern Virginia. And so I'm trying to work out what my travel schedule is going to look like. I have a couple things. One, we went to a place called, I was like, do I call him out? It's not really a call out because I don't think anything was wrong with the food. So it's Crazy Crab, and I've talked about Crazy Crab before.
Oh yeah.
I love that place. It's so good. It's like all you can eat, and then they do like essentially a seafood boil with like the spicy sauces or whatever.
I had a dream about eating that last night.
Yeah, well, maybe one of these days you can come out with me on one of these trips. Yeah. So I go, delicious. It was so good. My tummy was very happy. We always order a mild because not everyone likes spicy food. And then like those people who want spicy stuff, we get like the sauces on the side. So I got a hot sauce. And that stuff is just delicious. I can drink that stuff, but I probably won't. Oh my God. I literally the next day, all I had to do was pee. So I went to go pee like normal. And then, this is so gross. And then I ended up like pooping. I didn't even feel it. Like my stomach didn't hurt or anything. And then I just felt like shit the rest of the day. So we kind of like took a roll call, if you will, of everyone who was at that dinner. And all the people who had the spicy stuff got a little sick the next day. Like, they just are. My friend was like, it's like a seafood cleanse. You're just cleansing. And I was like, oh my God, was it worth it? Yeah, I probably would do it again. Everyone else who just had the mild were totally fine. So it was like all the chilies and spices and the oil. So good, but it really hurt. So that hurt Thursday, and then Saturday, yesterday, my stomach wasn't completely there yet either. Today, I feel like, oh, I'm good now. Like, I could eat something real. Like, I can eat something substantial today. Yeah. So I just want to eat. I just want to eat.
Yeah, I want like avocado toast. Like I want to buy ciabatta bread. With avocado and then egg. Yeah, but I have to go grocery shopping. Like yesterday, I made food that like. I had bought food for certain recipes, and so I was like, I need to make the food. Yeah. But, like, I don't have, like, breakfast or sandwich stuff. So I was like, my two favorite meals I don't have. So let me go buy some stuff or text somebody and be like, who wants to have breakfast?
I would totally have brunch.
Yeah.
Let's do the thing.
Yeah. So, that's kind of like where I'm at with food right now.
Well, Erica's coming over here, so but we're not going to eat out every meal this time.
No.
I will be cooking, and I have some ideas that I'll be cooking.
I told Leia because I'm going over for my birthday weekend, like because my birthday falls on a Monday, so I'm going like a little bit before, and then I'm leaving like the day after my birthday. But I told Leia that like, oh, can we not eat it out as much? Like I still want to eat out, like sushi we have to do. But like last time we just ate out so much, and it's
all
like
day,
like almost every meal, and it's like I don't know if my stomach can handle that right now.
Yeah.
Like I don't really want.
I don't think mine can either.
Yeah, like I don't want foods that like make me feel heavy. You know, like I want foods that just kind of like high vibe foods. You know, because like I'm already in this like weird emotional state. Like the last thing I need is to eat like crap to make me feel more like crap. So it's like that's kind of some of the good things that have been happening. Is like I'm not eating like junk food really. Like if I do, it's like a little tiny piece of chocolate because I just don't want to like, that after junk food binge, like how you feel, it's like I don't even want that. I haven't really been drinking. Like I did one day and it was kind of like, okay, I regret that. So like now, like I had a glass of wine at my friend's house and I had a bunch of water, and then when I got my hair done, which I did my hair this week, my hairstylist gave me like a glass of like bubbly rosé, and that was it. Yeah. But I drank it slow and drank a lot of water because I was like, I have to go home. So I didn't get a buzz. If I did, it was like very minor, but I kept drinking a lot of water, and they had snacks too. I was like, oh my God, I love your new place. Because usually when I go to her place, I go on a Saturday, and there's no one else there. So this time was like in the middle of the week, and so like two other hairstylists were there, and they're like, do you want snacks? You want this? I was like, hell yeah, pamper me. I just want someone to pamper me right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to go to Vegas. I'm excited to go to Arizona. Even though I said I wasn't going to say it, here I am saying it. Oopsie. Just be out there. But I mean, is there any like cool celebrity stuff or shows I don't know. I feel like that, like any, let's not do that. I was like, no.
We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, we can do whatever
we did
want.
a very deep dive into the happenings of life.
Yeah.
So no, it's all good. But you know, are like Soul Gang. You guys know, and you probably wanted to know why we were on a break.
What happened?
And it wasn't because Erica and I were fighting.
No, we weren't fighting.
I'm sure that was like going around like, oh my God, did they break up?
Did they break up?
No, not that kind of breakup.
Opposite. We were like talking every day.
Almost every day.
Every day. Yeah. No breaking up here.
No. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. What else you want to do? Like, what do you want? Like, what else?
What do I want to do with the podcast? I mean,
no.
Or with life.
Like today.
Like right now.
Yeah, like right now. What should we get into? I guess.
The Kanye drama continues.
The Kanye drama. Did you know he got suspended off IG recently?
Yeah. So I saw there was this video that popped up, and I don't know, like, cause I follow like People and like Pop and Access, you know, like this video popped up in one of those accounts, and I was going to bed. I was like, I can't deal with Kanye right now, you know, like I'll watch it in the morning.
Kanye, I will deal with you.
And I don't know what he said in this live, but then the next day I couldn't find it, and then after that he was like suspended. And so I was like, what the F is he saying? Like, I mean, I understand the whole breakup part. I'm there, Kanye, but I ain't like fully putting you know, like I'm not, I mean, I want to do what he's doing, but I'm not doing it. like in my moments of weakness, I would be like,
yes.
You know?
Oh man, if Erica had a Kanye moment,
I would get my phone revoked. I am. Oh God, I am brutal. I could like, I'm a nice person, but oh God.
I'm scared. Erica.
Yeah, I'm scared of myself when I'm mad. Just FYI, guys. Like, I even go like, who the fuck was that? Because she is not mad, vicious, vengeful Erica. She's not good. She's not. She's a bitch you don't want to cross.
It's that Aries fire. It's that fire that comes out. So, I mean, I'm proud of Erica for not going there, because
I almost did many times.
There's a few times.
I did like Revenge Light a little bit, but right away
revenge.
Right away it got like, hey,
cut it out.
Cut it out.
So Kanye is suspended. I don't know why either. I mean, I haven't looked into why. I mean, I definitely think I could. And what's her name? Kim also made the news about her comment about just work harder. Like,
oh my God, that comment got me mad, because she's like, I understand what she was trying to do. You know, she was like, you have to do the work. But in the way she said it, it was like, yeah, there's a lot of people, like, she didn't acknowledge her privilege. It's how she said it. She didn't acknowledge that, like people are working hard, but they don't have the mindset, they don't have the privilege and they don't have the emotional awareness to understand, like, what they need to do to get to the next level, you know? Because it's not about doing. You know, it's about getting, you know, being solid in your energy, getting into your power, and then taking aligned action. Yeah. That, you know, that you're working, but you're working in a way that's aligned to what you want to do. And then that's how you make the money. But like how she said, it was like, you just got to work hard. I was like, okay, well, people picking the fields are working hard. You know, this person has 3 jobs and they're working hard and barely making ends meet. Like, you worked hard because you had connections, you know? You knew people that helped you. And it's like, I'm not hating on, like, what she did. I was like, what she did was great, like, because she's making money and all that. Like, love or hate her, like, she makes good money. And, you know, not that she didn't work hard. It was just, like, her definition of hard work is different than the lower class definition of hard work, someone that doesn't have all those privileges. And so that she didn't acknowledge that, which is so like, and her whole family was like, yeah. And it's like, I get it. You guys work hard in what you guys are doing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
But for other people, that looks like play. That doesn't look like work hard.
Yeah.
It looks like play because they're over here surviving. They're in scarcity survival mode while you have this abundance, and you could be a little bit more relaxed and like work hard in that way. So that's kind of where, like, I get what she was trying to do, but it just came off wrong, and like it was disconnected from the way other people live their lives. So
I think that that resonates for me too. It's there's a little like tone deaf, like and out of touch, like like you're coming from, you make that comment from a very specific perspective, and lifestyle and upbringing. You know, like there's many of us included, that we were not brought up with an abundance mindset. It literally was, work hard so you can survive. Not just thrive and make money and have all the abundance coming in. We were taught like you go get your education so you can go get a job that's going to keep you safe. Yeah. And a lot of like, entrepreneurship is risk. Risk. And when you're not brought up in that kind of mindset to like go out and take risks, you got to do some healing. So like to get to yourself first, to start even believing in that. And the vast majority of us just were not taught that way. We were, and we didn't have like, the resources that would support that. So I think it just was very out of touch to the people that follow her, the people who like look up to her. It was just like, the messaging is just like, do more. Yeah. And it's like, you can't, a lot of people are doing a lot, like there's a lot, like a lot of people are like working 3 jobs, there's a lot of people that are doing a lot more, and
they're doing more, and they're burning themselves down, and like, I mean, that's what I've been doing, and I'm trying to get out of that mindset, too. Like, it's not about doing more, it's about getting my energy aligned, and it's like, how do I expand my income or my wealth by doing less or working smarter, and not harder, that's really what it is. But that comment, I was like, ugh. And like, some people were like, why I agree with this? I was like, but you don't see the people that are struggling, that are doing more, because you come from a place of privilege. Like, look at it that way. So
it's just like an acknowledgement, because then you alienate a vast,
for sure,
population of people that like are doing a lot. They're doing. They're not seeing their kids, or not being able to raise them, because they're working from the moment they wake up to the moment they like put their head down. So it's just super out of touch.
So out of touch.
Disconnected. Beyond. For sure.
Beyond.
So Kim is learning her lessons, or at least I hope she is. Like, gather the people around you that can, guide you through that. Yeah.
Oh my God. So this is like more good stuff, like things I'm excited about that's going to be on TV. So I saw a preview to Miss Marvel, I think it's what it's called.
Oh, it's going to be,
but it's, like I like do like a movie club with some people.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
And so they're like super into Marvel. Like, I'm not. So we're like in a group chat, and they sent the preview, and one of the guys was like, I don't know how I feel about that. Now, he said that because, I don't know, probably because of the original Marvel story or whatever it is, like the original comic book. So, like, no hate on that person. They were just like, when you know the story, like the book, you want to keep true to it.
Sure.
I don't know anything about the story, but in the preview, it's about this, like, Indian girl who, like, loves Captain Marvel or something, like, is obsessed with the Avengers, and she's, like, Indian, and, like, they say the microaggressions because they say her name wrong, and she's like, this is how it's actually pronounced, and it's about her just like being like this dreamer, boy crazy, kind of like the character of Davy in Never Have I Ever, but then she gets superhero powers, so it's like a coming of age story. And I was like, the guy put that, and right away I was like, I don't know, I'm all about this. I was like, a brown female superhero coming of age story. I'm here for it. And like the other girls in the group were like, I'm here for it too. And he's like, yeah, I guess he's like, no, I get it. He's just like, I'm just like used to like the original or whatever it was. I was like, dude, it's about representation, and you don't know how many brown girls, whether they're Indian or like just anyone that's not white, right, are gonna see that story and be like, oh my god, yes, like I could do it. So it's just like, I saw myself in that character that they built, like the daydreamer, like, oh, her parents are like, this is what you need to do because we're here, and it's like, no, like I could do this. Doesn't matter where I'm at. Like I could create my own reality. So I think I don't know. I'm excited for it. I don't know when it starts. Maybe in May. I think maybe in May.
and this is a Marvel story, like it's
gonna
Marvel?
be on it's gonna be on Disney Plus. So. Okay. I don't know when it's starting. The preview just came out like on Monday or something, or Tuesday. So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see the Sandra Bullock movie. I was trying to find it to rent it, but I couldn't.
Isn't it just in theaters?
I think it's just in theaters. I have to look like when it's available at home.
I'm thinking about like actually going to see this one in the theater. Ooh, I know. I haven't been to the theater in like years. Well, look. I was never one to like watch the movies right when they came out. Like even before the pandemic, it would be like several months later. So it wasn't a big like go to the movies right away kind of buff. But it's been so long, and I feel like I love Sandra Bullock. I love me some Channing Tatum. Yeah. And it just looks funny. I kind of want to use it as like a day to like get out of the house. Yeah. So
do it.
Might be on my agenda. Oh, maybe if it's out, maybe we can go.
Okay, yeah, if it's still in theaters, I'm excited because it's like, it's not like this Academy Award winning thing, but it's a good time, and I think like Sandra Bullock just delivers a good time, and that's what I'm excited for because like I've heard.
Go ahead.
No, I just heard like I've been hearing like good reviews like for what it is, like it's like a B movie or C movie, but for what it is, it's like delivering, and Sandra Bullock just brings you joy, and I want Sandy's love, Sandy.
Yes. Well, speaking of Sandy, this may be the last time we see her on screen for a while. She has decided that this is going to be her last movie for a minute. She's focusing all of her attention on her family after this movie. So it's like, girl, do you.
That's awesome though. But she has like such a career that like she's making residuals. Cameron Diaz is doing the same thing. Same. Like I didn't even know Cameron Diaz retired, and they're like, oh, she hasn't been making movies for 10 years. I was like, oh, really?
Intentionally.
Intentionally.
Like,
and that's awesome for them. Like that's where they're at. And I also do believe like there's going to be a point where they're like, okay, I could come back.
It's time. They can get to be really picky about their projects.
Yeah, they are.
Like it's like, you know what? I'm only going to do things that like are worth my energy being away from my family. Yeah. And that really elevates what you're going to say yes to.
And that's powerful right there. Like that's where 100%. I want to be. You know who else does that is Kristen Bell. So Kristen Bell, she only does stuff that like keeps her like with her family. Like not that much time away from her girls, or I think she has only girls or her like kids. I don't think she does anything like outside of like the LA area, or if she does, it's like a short. Like it's really, she really makes her decisions based on like how it affects her family. Yeah, and I think that's really, really good because so like with Hollywood and almost like every job, it's like you're supposed to sacrifice your personal life. Yeah, and so like that's where like some of the things that like when I talked about like, I don't know if like Hollywood's the path for me, like, and maybe it is and maybe it isn't, but it's like, I have to set the boundaries of how much of my personal life I want to sacrifice, because I've sacrificed a lot of my personal life. And so having that balance of like this amazing career and this amazing personal life married together, that they complement each other instead of like fight for each other's attention and all that. So I think that's really cool, and I think we could get there. It's like our society was built on such like hustle culture that somewhere down the line we decided that we have to work over the certain amount of hours to make it worth it. You know, it's like you could pick hours. Like we created it, we could create a new world. Like we could pick hours that are more flexible to live a life, you know, and to have a thriving career while having a thriving personal family life, you know, if you choose it. So I think that's exciting to see women like that take that lead, take that role.
Yeah.
And I hope to see more of it, you know?
100%.
More and more of that. But yeah, I guess that's our show. I think 20 minutes went by. Another 20 minutes went by fast.
So fast. Well, here's to season 4. And I am so excited for this like next iteration for Hey Sister, Soul Sister. I think there are big things coming up.
Yeah.
And big things in our own lives that we'll get to share with all of you. And like just good vibes. Like I feel so open. Like the energies are flowing in. Yeah. So here's to that next level.
Cheers. This is water. Cheers
to my lemon water.
New beginnings.
And
life of abundance, friendship, everything.
Yes.
Getting everything we want, and just like pure joy, happiness, gratitude, alignment, all that. Abundance. I think I said that twice. Abundance. So yeah. We're not doing Patreon for a while. We decided not to do that. I think right now my energy is only for 1 episode a week. So that's on pause. But we're actually going to be looking at different ways. Maybe not Patreon, but there's other like platforms out there that we could use that may be easier access. So Leia and I are going to be doing some planning. Okay.
Yeah.
But we love you guys. Thank you guys for listening. You know, remember to like, share, you know, subscribe to the podcast, share it with your friends, DM us.
We'd love to get to know you.
Yeah, tag us on social media if you love something, and we'll catch you guys next week. So excited. These episodes are going to be out like pretty quickly now. We're not waiting the 10-day delay anymore. Woo-hoo-hoo. So we love you. Take care. Catch you on the flip side.
Peace.